Hi everybody, this is Mistress Inked. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing great. Today's video is going to be on how to resign from the Mormon cult. I'm going to tell the brief story on how I did it, and I'm hoping to be able to help other people by doing a step-by-step video instead of, a lot of people are saying, oh, resign, you just do this and this and this. I'm going to tell you step by step. First of all, what you're going to need is I think it'll expedite things. It's going to help things go faster if you get your membership number, and you can get that from your ward clerk. You can get it it's either on your patriarchal blessing if you still have that. If you have a current temple recommend, your membership number should be on that. Another way to get it is I went to my ward clerk because at that time there's every ward has their own web page on the main MORmON website, and he, instead of getting a scratch piece of scratch paper and writing it down for me, what he did was he printed up my church records, the whole thing. And there's a little thing I noticed at the very top. It says, let's scoot it over, for bishop and membership clerk use only. Okay, now what that means is that I'm not supposed to have that. Anyway, he gave it to me, printed it up, and just said, here you go, and just, what a dumbass. Anyway, I got my membership number, and I put it on my resignation letter, and I'll read very briefly the resignation letter that I wrote, that I put in, and I addressed it to the Member Records Division of the LDS Church, and there's the address and all that, and it said, this letter is my formal resignation from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. It is effective immediately. I hereby withdraw my consent to being treated as a member, and I withdraw my consent to being subject to church rules, policies, beliefs, and discipline. As I am no longer a member, I want my name permanently and completely removed from the membership rolls of the church. I have given this matter considerable thought. I understand what you consider the seriousness and the consequences of my actions. I am aware that the church handbook says that my resignation cancels the effects of baptism and confirmation, withdraws and revokes temple blessings. I also understand that I will be readmitted to the church by baptism only after a thorough interview. My resignation should be processed immediately without any waiting periods. I am not going to be dissuaded, and I am not going to change my mind. I expect this matter to be handled promptly, with respect and with full confidentiality. After today, the only contact I want from the church is a single letter of confirmation to let me know that I am no longer listed as a member of the church. Sincerely, then you sign your name. And a couple of weeks, once you sign it and mail it off. Okay, this is what I did. I'll back up just a little bit. I made 4 copies of this letter. One for my records, one for the church office building in Salt Lake City. I did one for my bishop, as well as my stake president. Now, at the same time is when I mailed off the letter for the church office building, I went to the post office and I spent an extra $6 or $7 to get a signature delivery confirmation, and it's only a few extra bucks, and believe me, it's worth it. You'll be able to track online when your resignation letter was delivered, because they have to sign for it, and you can look online and say, oh yeah, they signed for it, they got it, so they can't play that little game of, oh, we never got your resignation letter, we never got anything from you. That bullshit. You have it right there. Say, I have it, you signed for it. And when I mailed the letter off to the church office building, is I also hand delivered, because I know where both my stake president and my bishop work, because they're both lawyers, and what I did is I hand delivered it to their offices. One was in his office, and I spoke to him and I said, this is my resignation letter. and the bishop wasn't in, and I'm kind of glad he wasn't in because he's kind of a jerk. And I handed it to him, and I just kind of turned around and walked away. And then later on, I got an email from the bishop and all this garbage, and I won't bore you with those details. Approximately 2 weeks later, I got a letter from the church office building, from the church in Salt Lake City, and it's an acknowledgement letter. It says, "I have been asked to acknowledge your recent letter in which you request that your name be removed from the membership records of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. I have been asked to inform you that the Church considers such a request to be an ecclesiastical matter that must be handled by local priesthood leaders before being processed by church employees." Basically, it's a stalling tactic is what they're doing. And also, you will get with that letter, there's more to that letter, but it's pretty boring. You're going to get, it's like a little trifold thing. I had to print this up because I threw mine away. And it's called an invitation. And inside, it's this garbage about, really think about what you're doing before you resign and blah, blah, blah. And, it kind of hints about, oh, well, maybe you were offended and, that garbage. But I threw mine away. Because I knew it was coming. That people warned me ahead of time. Yeah, it's coming. And the reason why I did my copies of the resignation letter to my bishop and stake president, that way they can get the paperwork worked on. That way they're doing that while the church office building is doing their stalling tactic. To me, it expedited things. It made things a little bit quicker. July 14th, which is about a month later, after I sent my resignation letter in, I dated my resignation letter June 19th. So it was a couple of days less than a month. I finally got this. It says, my name, B'nai Kent. This letter is to notify you that in accordance with your request, your name has been removed from the membership records of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Should you desire to become a member of the church? Highly unlikely. In the future, the local bishop, branch president, and your helper will be happy to help you. Well, it took less than a month to get all of that done, and I thought it was great. They really worked their butt off, and I think it's just wonderful, and I'm happy. And I'm hoping this vid will help you in your steps to resign from the Mormon cult. Have a wonderful day.